finally like 85 degrees here. So I came for a beautiful walk, but I'm not happy that it's not 100 degrees today.
Where are you?
I'm in Laredo, Texas.
Oh, wow.
Way far
Great.
south by the border.
Great.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
It's nice out today, so I'm going to take full advantage of being outside as much as I can today.
Sure. Beautiful. Yeah, good. Leslie, before everybody comes, I just want to tell you real quick that I did not get to do the Dutch Plus test.
Okay.
I was really busy over the weekend, and I didn't read it ahead of time, assuming that I could just do it all in one day, but you really need the 2 to almost 3 days, so I'll have to do it when I get back. Should I wait a little while when I get back, or no, it doesn't make any difference?
Nope, just jump right into it.
Good.
Yeah, that's
What bodily function does it request?
saliva and urine
Okay.
out the course of the day.
I'm getting ready to do it too.
Yes, so the one thing that you do need to know about the Dutch Plus is that it actually will require that you avoid certain foods. Is that right, Susan?
Yes, there was pineapple and I don't know, several other things.
Avocado as well.
Avocado, bananas, I think. Banana.
Yeah,
there was a few that I was like, oh man, I have to stop eating that.
Oh, okay.
So between that and the length of time, there was no way I could do it. So I just didn't realize that. But anyway.
No problem. So you're headed to the
Gulf
beach?
Shores, to the beach.
Nice.
Yeah, it should be nice. Should be nice.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So I'll be doing what
I'm doing.
Thursday, what Ashley's doing this morning.
Nice.
Yeah, good.
That's awesome. All right, well, let's start off with celebrations this morning. So who wants to lead it up?
I don't have anything big. I guess to celebrate, I'm okay. I'm on target, so I'm good.
Yeah, I guess same with me. I'm on target. I'm feeling good. I have it's like yesterday I was so exhausted. I feel like if I don't get out and do something, then I'm just like, I could really be on the couch all day.
Okay.
If I don't make an effort. But once I'm out, then it's like I feel good, but it can go either way. I could be really mopey and just like lethargic all day and in and out of sleep, or I can get out and go for a walk and then be really good and have energy. I don't know if that has anything to do with the new supplements I'm taking or
that's what I was just wondering. You've been on the OptiMag Neuro though for a while, haven't you? I have. So that is one, I know it makes Katie feel really tired. So she takes hers before bed.
Okay.
That may be something that you want to do is try to transition that if you are taking it during the day.
And that makes sense because I was only taking both at night, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to see how it goes if I have one and one, and then I've been really tired. So maybe it does have the same effect.
Okay, yes.
And then...
I'll go ahead, finish up.
Oh, just one more thing. I talked to Casey yesterday, and I guess I just need the alternative to the berbamycin.
Okay.
So I can order that. That's the last thing that I'm needing. I'm taking everything else.
Okay, I will double check your CSAP. Okay. Because I have to see exactly what compound in the berbamycin you want most to. So I will double check that. I'm writing a note right now, and I'll get back with you this afternoon on the chat feature.
Okay.
Just to tell you which one you're going to go with.
Okay.
Right? Because there are a couple different options for us. You're welcome.
Okay.
But overall there, you feel pretty good?
Overall, I do feel pretty good. The brain sustain, I think, is I know I'm urinating out, it's very concentrate, like the vitamins, but I'm feeling really good on it. I feel like it's It's good and it tastes delicious. I got the chocolate
Oh.
this time. So I'm like in heaven drinking that. It's really good.
I almost switched to just do a round of that before I go on vacation. And because it does, it really helps to break down the fatty acids, and those coat every single cell, with the cell membrane. So,
Oh my God. I just
and
think that I just know how good it is for me that I feel like, I don't know if it's mental, you know what I mean? That I'm like, oh my God, I'm so getting everything I need,
that's
but
awesome.
it makes me feel good knowing I'm getting what I need now. So,
Wonderful.
yeah.
Susan, you were going to say something.
Yeah, just two things. I got my supplements in 3 days, which was pretty awesome. And they actually sent a little email wanting to know if we were satisfied with the service. And, so anyway, but when Ashley was talking there, it made me think, oh, I do have a celebration because, long story short, our son is getting ready to put his house on the market. He's out in Prospect, and we were asked to help a little bit, get some things done that they needed to get done quickly. So Jerry and I were out there a lot last week. I mean, like 3 and 4 days washing windows and blah, blah, blah. And so that extra time that we put in, I began to notice along about Friday and Saturday. I mean, normally when I would do those things like bending over to clean around a commode or stretch, I would be disabled basically for like 2 days afterwards. I would be that uncomfortable. And I didn't do that this week. I was a little uncomfortable, but not anything. And then by Saturday and Sunday, we were still going. And I actually was able to go and do more work. And I had not been able to do that. So that is a celebration. I forgot. So
it's so easy when you live it day after day to not pick up on those subtle changes that are occurring.
Well, I noticed before, I mentioned to you, I've had little spurts that I felt like it was different. But this week, really, I was able to tell because it stayed with me all week. And even today and yesterday, I'm like, I got out of bed, did my hot shower to get my back loosened up and exercised, and I feel different.
Yay!
That's cool.
You're going to have the best vacation ever.
I hope so, because when we went 2 years ago, I couldn't even walk on the beach. I couldn't walk in the sand. Yeah, so I'm good. Thank you.
Wonderful. You're welcome. Rebecca, you want to go? Oh, let me unmute you. There you go.
I don't know what I have. I got all my results and had a great time talking with Leslie about my results, and I'm with you guys. It's so good to hear things specifically about you that you need to do, and so I'm looking forward to just feeling better and better and better. I got my blood work back from the doctor, from the rheumatologist though, and that always makes me feel really down because all the inflammation markers, they're so sky high that I thought maybe after a month of elimination, they'd change, but I'm guessing that blood is the last thing probably to get better.
No, it depends. But see, again, this is where just doing the elimination doesn't cut it.
Right. I can feel that. I can see it.
You still have that underlying bacterial infection.
Yes.
So Susan was able to her blood work changed. That was about what, 60 days for you?
That was my 6-month blood work for my high cholesterol and diabetes and all that. And
how long had you been in the program? Do you remember?
I was about 2 months into the program, and all my levels went way down to normal, and that was a big jump for me.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, so
that's awesome. So the good news is like now we're specifically targeting exactly what you need, whereas before we were helping to try to minimize the inflammation, but unfortunately for you, a lot of the things that we were using to decrease inflammation, you were sensitive to.
Yeah.
Right. And so we had to pull those. So that
Yeah.
may be another reason that your inflammatory markers didn't come down quite as much.
Yeah. Okay.
What were they? Do you
Let me get them and write them down or put them in a message. I'll put them in a message.
perfect. Yeah, that's even better. So then that way I have it.
Okay.
In writing.
They're just sky high. I can just tell you that, but they always are, and they have been for years. So.
And now we know why.
Yeah. Yeah. So one question, the MSQ that you want me to redo, where do I find that?
That's a great question. I can see all of the MSQs in the intake papers. So do you all see that? When you go, it would be kind of where your documents are, but instead it says intake papers, intake forms.
Okay, maybe I'll look on the computer instead of on the mobile. I was looking on my phone.
Oh, yeah, you cannot find anything like that on your phone. It has to be on desktop.
Okay, I'll look after we
The only way that you can find it through your phone, and all of you all need to know this, instead of going through the app, you use Safari, your Internet Explorer, and you go to gethealthy.com just like you would on your desktop. And then you have the whole platform.
Okay.
But otherwise, if you're accessing it through the application itself, you're going to see the basics. You just see like chat and the calendar.
Okay.
Right. I have also sent in a request from last week that for them to double check the fact that all of you are telling me that if you don't complete it all at that time, that you have trouble re-accessing it, and that you've got to go back through the email, and then when you log back in, you've got to start over. So I did put in that they are checking on that for us. So hopefully they can get that fixed and make that a little bit easier. All right. I'm super excited for you, Rebecca, because now the real journey begins.
Yeah, good. Thanks.
You've had a little bit of a waiting period, so I know it probably seems like, oh, you're itching there.
Yeah, can't wait for the supplements to get here.
Yeah, absolutely. And you started the GI microbags?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm just going through as I see you guys. So Tana, how are you?
I'm okay.
Awesome.
I don't know that I have a celebration. I'm still new into it. I just, like others have said, I like listening to the people that say they feel so much better, and I can't wait for that.
Awesome. How have you been feeling? You're on the elimination. Where are you?
Me still?
Yeah. Where are you in terms of your time frame on the elimination?
Yeah, this is my week 3.
Yay.
So
that should be a celebration.
Yeah. I'm still I feel really restricted on what I can eat, but I guess that's the point.
Yeah, and you're like double time, right?
Yeah.
Because I put the extra layer on you.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like if I'm going off the bloating, it's better.
Good.
But it's not 100% gone. So I don't know if I still need to get rid of more things or okay. Just let it be. Okay.
Just be. Yeah, and know that the bloating's there, because we're going to find something that the SIBO test will come back very quickly for you.
Okay.
And so then we'll be able to know how to specifically target.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And then my bourbamycin, I just put that in the chat, but it came today. So So maybe it's back, because
it is back. Dorada got hers last week. Somebody else, Cameron, was like, what? I expedited that. So anyhow, if anybody did expedite shipping and you still haven't gotten it, I do recommend that you call them and ask for a refund on your shipping fees. But the mine's still on back order. I think that I ordered probably, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, but it still hasn't shifted for me. All right. Well, I think that's great news. You're almost through the elimination. Now, I'm going to ask that you stay on yours just a little bit longer, because until we get this SIBO test back, once we get that back, then we can, then we'll know. Okay.
Okay.
So you can start to gradually reintroduce, but I think that we've got some significant stomach issues, and so that requires a little bit longer.
I guess a tiny celebration. I went shopping. We're having family pictures, so I went shopping and I didn't feel totally disgusting in my skinny jeans. So
good. That's awesome. How much weight have you lost?
Well, it's kind of weird. I didn't think I needed to lose weight, but I was 141 and this morning I weighed myself and I'm 137.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the crazy bloating where I look pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And it hasn't been anywhere near as bad on the low FOD map. So
good. Wonderful. All right. Well, very good. Dottie, welcome. You have your video on and everything today. How's it going? Are you driving?
Yes. Well, I'm parked. My
Okay.
daughter's in class, and so I was able to park close enough to the building to jump on Wi-Fi to meet everybody and say hi in real time. So.
Wonderful. So glad that I know you've been on here, but we've only been able to see your cell phone. So welcome. And how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm happy. I dropped off my labs, not the Dutch Plus, but the other labs, just this morning at UPS store for DHL. So I'm really happy that those are done, and I'm excited to get results.
Wonderful. That's awesome that your UPS store would take it. So very good. Makes it so super easy. Just boom, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And then what's your plan for the Dutch Plus? I know Casey talked to you about all that. She wrote it all down.
Right. So my cycles are varying a little bit. So I purchased actually an ovulation test, and I'll use that to try to better track my date. So I'm probably still going to be another 10 to 14 days out
That's fine.
to take that test. Yeah.
Great. Perfect. And you got all your supplements and you're doing your elimination.
So I got all my supplements. I got them quickly, except for the probiotic. Y'all, I'm freaked out about probiotics. I don't know why, and I'm sure that's probably the one I need the most. But I got the supplements that I did order, and they're here. And so now that I've sent those tests in, I'll start one and take one for a couple of days, and then just kind of go down the line and build up the courage for the probiotic.
That's fine. So perfect. No big deal.
Yeah.
So start with the protein powder.
Okay.
Okay. Start with the shake. It's the most comprehensive. So start there, and that's going to give you a really nice balance. And then just add one at a time.
Okay. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Kathy, how are you?
Hey there. Well, I had a celebration.
Awesome.
When my supplements came, I was like, oh my goodness, because they were such big pills, capsules, and I always had a problem swallowing those. And I told my husband, I said, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. So I am now in my 3rd week of the elimination, and I've had no problem whatsoever swallowing the supplements. So that's big for me.
That is awesome.
And then I am, we're walking a little bit each day. So yesterday after work, which is normally my time that I am just absolutely zapped, after work, we went and walked for 1.5 miles. So I was encouraged by that as well.
That is huge. How's your swelling?
Well, I had, last week, my left hand was swollen a little, and then Saturday, my left foot and ankle was swollen a lot. And I thought maybe it was from having to sit a lot at work on Thursday and Friday, but it was still swollen on Saturday. Now, Sunday, some of the swelling had gone down, And today it's pretty good. I don't have a lot of swelling. I still have some joint pain. My knees have been hurting, but the mornings are starting to be a little cooler, so I'm not sure if that's the reason for the knee pain or not. But I've had just lots of, I guess, gas, and I'm like, I don't know where all this is coming from, but very uncomfortable.
We'll find out. Do you feel like it's coming from a supplement?
I don't think so because I had it before.
Okay, then good. Yeah. All right, as long as it's not new, then we'll find out.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, that is great news. So, increased activity level, less fatigue, swelling still hit or miss, so that's expected.
It's not as bad as it was, I can say that, but there is still some there, and that puts some limitations on what I can do when I have the swelling like that, but it is much better.
Okay, wonderful. Great. Hey, did you find out about your water?
I did not. He's supposed to come this week to do the testing on it.
Let us know, okay?
Okay.
Hey, before I forget, everyone, can we take a vote on which day we want this group call to be next? Not next week, the week after. I'll be here next week, so it'll be Tuesday. The week after, do we want it to be on Monday at noon Eastern, so the same time? So Monday or Wednesday? Who, just raise your hand, who wants Monday?
Doesn't matter, either one.
Okay,
yeah,
so
either one's fine with
Either
me.
one.
if you're either one, keep your hand down. So who prefers Monday? Okay, and then what about who can only do Wednesday? You can only do Wednesday. Maybe I'll see what her schedule is like. Maybe we'll see if she'll do both days. She'll be here. I don't want anybody to miss. Or what we can do, because it looks like Monday works best for the most. So Candy, what we can do is have her schedule a short call with you on Wednesday. Could we do that?
That'll work.
Awesome. All right, so moving on along. So we're gonna plan Monday at noon. And that's week after next. All right, and I'll move the appointment on the calendar as well. And then she'll do a call with you, Candy.
Thank you.
And then if there are other people that I find out can't do Monday, then I may have her open it up for a shorter call on Wednesday, kind of a group setting. All right, Ashley, how are you?
Good. I am actually, my parents drove in yesterday, and they're watching my kids for 3 days, and my husband are going to Florida just for some relaxation. So I'm really excited about that because it's the first time I've been away from my baby, and she's like 16 months. So I'm excited.
Congratulations. That's huge. That's huge. Yeah. My youngest is going, she's 9, and I've still never been away from her.
Oh, so
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's going to live with me for the rest of her life. Oh, but anyhow, by the end of the day, I'm always like, Aspen, honey, I love you, but like, she talks and talks and talks and talks, and she's just attached to me. So anyhow, I'm like, Mommy needs some quiet time.
Go take a bath.
Yeah. Well, wonderful. So how have you been feeling? You're in the elimination phase as well still, right?
Actually, I haven't started yet because Casey said to wait until I get back.
That's right.
So I am just prepping. I'm meal prepping. I've got stuff in the freezer ready to go when I get back, so I can just jump right in. And I'm going to do stricter, like I'm going to do no eggs, no night, like the AIP instead of.
Perfect.
So it'll be
wonderful. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. I forgot. She did tell me that, and so that'll be great. And you already have your tests. Those were shipped off.
Yep, I got email that they got them and last week, and it was amazing. I was like, whoa, we got them in 2 days.
I know. I don't understand how that works. I really don't.
And I just started my supplements yesterday, so I'm excited for that. And a lot of pills. I was wondering about the omega. You have me taking 2 pills 2 times a day. Did I read that right? Mm-hmm. Okay, just checking. I was like,
that's what is going to really help. I know, and it's a big one. That is what's really going to help to reduce inflammation.
Okay.
You're going to do that just for a short period of time, correct? I put that for 2 weeks. Is that right?
Oh, okay. 2 weeks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the 2 weeks, just.
Oh, or do you have trouble? Did you get the 650?
I don't know exactly what I think. It's
okay. If you got this, if you have the 650, if you have the Omega Mono Pure 650, it is 2 pills twice a day.
Okay.
Because they're smaller.
And that's for
inflammation. Okay. That's going to help with inflammation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah. So go and enjoy. What part of Florida?
Fort Lauderdale.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So we're just basically going to sleep and walk on the beach.
Right. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Lay and not have to change any diapers.
I did have a question about the protein powder. Do I just put it directly in the smoothie, like a green smoothie?
You can. Okay. I drink mine with just water.
Oh, okay.
So it just depends. It depends on what extra you need. But for me, I just do mine after a workout because it's such a great source of protein. So I usually just put mine in water unless it's a hard cardio day. And if that's the case and I need extra carbs, then I'll blend mine with whatever I'm feeling for the day, something high in vitamin C and antioxidants. So I like pineapple and wild cherries, organic wild cherries, and a coconut or macadamia, whatever milk I'm drinking for the week.
Okay.
Milk. All right. Any other questions?
Yep, that's it for me.
Joy.
Thank you.
Don't feel like, other than from your pain perspective, don't feel like you've got to be super strict while you're in Florida, okay?
Okay.
So we got plenty of time to be strict. You're going to be so strict for the next 23 days. So go and enjoy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, Katrin. Welcome. Let's see. Can I hear you? Katrin, I can't. Oh, it's because we couldn't get it working. Okay, can you call me? I can't hear you on there. Oh, here it is. Now go. Now I can. No. Why don't you call me? Do you have my number? Call me.
While you're waiting on her, I just have to say I'm having a really hard time with all of y'all that are going to the beach, and Leslie, you included. Like, this is no fair. Seems like everybody's going at the same time.
I agree.
It's fall break, So yeah, we usually do one pretty big trip per year. It was kind of always my agreement with my husband, like, I'll marry you if.
I like that.
Yeah.
Darn, missed that one.
You missed that. You didn't get that memo? My mom taught me that at a very early age. No, I'm just joking. All right. Hi, Katrin.
Hi, Doctor. How are you?
We're doing great. How are you? Sorry, I don't know why I can't hear you.
Yeah, my husband even tried. We can do with we tried like from my phone to the computer. It works. Only with you, it's not working. I don't know what we're doing wrong. Even my husband tried to help me. We can't work it out, so I don't know what to do.
Okay, Susan, what did but you're on a computer though, right?
Yes.
Yes. You can see me, but I'm talking with the phone.
Yeah, and at the very bottom where the camera is, you see the microphone?
No, it's a camera picture, no microphone.
Okay, so there's
just like last time.
There is.
Do we need to download any different app?
No, I'm thinking that what you need to do is connect your audio somehow on your computer to your. Susan had the same problems.
Leslie, yeah, there on the audio deal when it tells you you can check your audio. There was a little thing checked that said that I had to press the space bar if I wanted to speak. So my grandson explained that because I had that checked, I would have had to have pressed that space on this one anyway. So we unchecked that, and then I haven't had any trouble since. So it definitely was with the audio, but it was weird.
Yeah, there has to be something there. But anyhow, you and I, we can jump on a different call, and we'll figure that out. Okay. So how have you been? How have you been doing? How are you feeling?
I am same. So I did my testing, 2 of them, waiting for DHL to come and pick up.
Okay.
The third one, of course, when I come back from Canada, I'll do it. And all that's ready, done, and my supplements are on the way.
Good.
All ordered.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was having a hard time with ordering online, so I finally called after 2 days, called the person, and that person helped me to order. So,
good. Okay. Yeah. You know, I had to reorder something this morning and I had no problem. And then someone else, the first time ever someone said this, since we upgraded the platform, the ordering platform, she said, that was so easy. I was like, oh. But anyhow, so I think it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes there's like a little box that has to be checked in order for the order to go through, and I think some people are overlooking that. It's not really obvious when it doesn't go through. It just kind of sits there rather than, hopefully they'll get it to where it's like bright red or something. Fill this out or you missed this. But okay, well, perfect. And when are you headed to Canada?
Saturday morning.
Okay. Well, you have a great trip.
Thank you.
And then come back, and you'll be back when?
We are going to try to come back. The Monday is their testing. So we are staying Monday, and then we are going to try to come back Tuesday.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
And you can, if you want to, you can access the group call from your phone as well.
Yes. I'll be in the car.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm talking with my phone, so I guess I can talk, but I don't know if I can see you guys. Like I saw one lady, she was with the iPhone, so I could see her. So I'm guessing I can do with my iPhone too.
So what you'll have to do is you'll download there's an application. So just like an application for your phone, and it's search up in the App Store Healthy. And download it, and then you'll just log in on your phone and go to your appointment and open it.
Okay.
Yep. Super easy.
We'll try that.
Awesome.
Okay.
If you want to practice beforehand, just let me know, okay? Shoot me a message in chat.
Okay.
All right. You're welcome.
And my diet, I am just almost like elimination diet. So it's been 2 months anyway. I thought.
Yeah, the elimination part will be easy for you since that's what you've been doing already.
Yeah. But that like a 7 days menu, is that good for me? Yeah, because there's the gluten-free bread. I can have that.
I'm not a huge fan of gluten-free breads. So let's hold on the gluten-free bread per se. Yeah, because usually they pump those full of sugar.
The one I got it, actually, I was kind of excited about one package. There is only 1 gram sugar.
Okay. Send me the ingredient. Do you mind just take a picture and send me the ingredient list? Just upload it in your chat, in the chat feature, so I can see.
Of course.
And because you've been doing, yeah, you can do homemade.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Any other questions?
No, not for now. Thank you.
Perfect. I'm going to hang this up. You can hear us okay, right?
Yes.
All right, perfect. You take care. Okay, Candy. You're taking your supplements.
Yes, I am.
How are you?
Oh, 20 of them down.
I know. Bless your heart. And I didn't want to add anything at night, but I think that we're going to have to get you sleeping. How did you sleep last night?
Honestly, I don't see how the melatonin is going to affect the pain, because that's really what's keeping me awake, is not being able to breathe and having to pee every 2 hours. So those are the issues, is trying to not pee.
Yeah, are you cutting your fluids at night?
The fluids I take at night are just to take my supplements.
At what time?
My dinner supplements are anywhere from 8 o'clock to, from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And then I wait 2.5 hours and do the no food ones.
Okay.
Which is 10:30 or so. And
which ones are those?
The L-lysine and the Cinnebox, or which one is it?
It's okay. It's okay. It's not like a bunch of pills, is it?
No, it's just 4 of them.
Okay, because I don't want you drinking that much at 10:30 at night, especially if you're running to the bathroom.
Okay.
There's no way to get that in earlier in the day. So could you do that? You could take the L-lysine first thing in the morning.
The problem with taking them first thing in the morning is I can't swallow. My throat is so dry, and they get stuck in my craw, and I'm choking to death, and I don't like taking them in the morning. I was waking up in the middle of the night and just tossing them down. But
now, so do you when's the last time that you took prednisone?
August 8th.
Okay.
Leslie?
Yes.
Couldn't she try unsweet applesauce?
And opening them?
No, just sometimes my mom used to put pills in applesauce just to get them down, but that would be no liquid.
These are supposed to be
without food.
Stomach.
Okay.
Yeah. How are your bowel movements? If you, I'm sorry, you don't have to share that on here if you don't want to. But
they're they don't make me happy, put it that way.
Okay. You're not like jumping like, oh, soft banana.
No, I'm having fingers.
Okay. So hard? Still hard?
Yeah, just struggling.
Even with the warm prune juice, milk of magnesia?
I'm not sure when to take that.
Do you do it first thing in the morning?
Yeah, with my protein drink and
I would do it actually before. We need to get you beforehand. So first thing, this is what I want you to do. We're gonna have to like bring everything up in the day. Okay, and whether you just can't take it on a fully empty stomach or not, I don't want you taking supplements at 10:30 at night.
Okay.
We just can't.
Okay.
Okay, especially if you're having urination issues and frequency all night.
Right.
We got to switch that. So those have to come up. I don't care if it's like, 30 minutes before you eat lunch or something.
Okay.
Maybe before dinner, to take them before dinner.
Okay. All right.
And if you can't do that and you're trying to take them twice, then just clump them together and only do them one time a day.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I am once a day.
You are only doing it once a day. Yeah. Okay, let's bring it up. Then I want you to cut fluids at 7 o'clock.
Okay. All right.
No fluids. So that means you got to get your water on between whenever you wake up and between 7 o'clock, okay? And then cut it. Try to cut it in the afternoon. Like try to front load your morning with water and minimize it.
Okay.
Pain, that still doesn't touch the pain. Now, the reason that I was thinking those supplements is because you're really high. You don't have any waking melatonin, and you're really high in your cortisol about 5 o'clock. You're awake. And so that's why I wanted to give you those to start to calm your cortisol down and prepare you for bed. But you're right. I mean, if it's the pain and the frequent urination that's keeping you up, then that's not really going to make a difference. So we need to address the other issues first and see if we can. I'll talk to you a little bit more about pain. Let's chat. Let's on the chat feature.
I decided to go ahead and add back in the curcumin and give it another shot.
Perfect.
So I'm doing that 2 times a day, and because I'm at the point, well, whatever it takes.
I know. So that's good. I was going to ask you to do that, but so because right now, don't change anything else and just add that in today. So try not to have too many variables in the equation. And let's see, you can take up to 2 of those twice a day.
Okay.
Those don't have to be without food or anything like that. But that is an extended release to help with actual pain. But watch your symptoms closely.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was going to say the only other, which I just absolutely despise this idea, but the only other option for us is to think about talking to the doctor about maybe doing a very low dose of steroid.
Oh, no. I'd rather do the curcumin.
I know.
So, and see what happens there.
Okay, that's perfect. I would rather you do that. Let's change your fluid intake and let's start let's see how that impacts your sleep. We have to get you sleeping. On your tracking sheet, things go really good when you've had rest.
Yeah, I do. I do really good when I've had rest.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. I fall asleep sitting up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I lay down, it hurts. So.
Can you sleep? Can you sleep at night? Maybe sitting up?
I have, but I wake up in terrible pain because I've slouched over or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not optimal.
No, it's not an optimal position. I'm just trying to get you sleep, because I would fall asleep sitting up too if I only had 2 and 4 hours of sleep a night.
Yeah.
I would not be a happy camper.
But what I'm really worried about is the swelling in my feet.
Okay.
I just, it's been 8 weeks and I'm not circulating my blood.
Okay. Are you keeping those? Because I know you and Casey talked about that. So have you tried to actually start putting them up?
When I have put them up, it doesn't make really any difference, and I keep hyperextending my knee. So,
can you put pillows? I know what you're saying.
I got pillows everywhere.
I can visualize it. What?
I've got pillows everywhere trying to support me.
Okay.
And it's I can barely walk at this point.
Okay. Do you have any type of TED hose?
No, I don't. I've seen a commercial for some copper compression socks.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposedly easy to get on and off.
Okay, that would be anything that's easy for you to get on and off, something that's going to give you a little compression. They need to go on first thing in the morning before your feet hit the ground.
Okay.
Don't spend a bunch of money. I mean, if even just putting on some pantyhose, or something to give you some compression, to see if we can help. And then if you're just sitting, I want feet parallel to the ground. And then a couple times per day, I want them above your heart with ankle pumps.
Okay.
That means you're going to have to lie down and get them up there.
Okay.
Right?
All righty. Thank you.
Watch your breathing, though, okay? When we start to do this, I need you to be aware of your breath, okay? Any changes in shortness of breath as we start to take the fluid from your ankles and kind of push it back to main circulation. We just need to be careful about that, all right?
Okay. All right.
So just keep, I'm watching all of your stuff on my end. I sent you another tracking form. Keep talking, keep telling me, giving me the updates, okay?
The last tracking form you sent me didn't have any more graph to it.
It didn't?
No. I couldn't scroll down to another graph. There were only 2.
That's so strange, because I mean, I sent it from the form that I created. I didn't send like a duplicate. Okay, I'll look into that.
Leslie?
Yes.
Leslie and Candy, I just this year discovered at Kohl's, they have a nice compression sock. It's in the regular sock department, like knee socks, and that's what it looks like, but it's the best that I've ever found because it's not super tight, and it's actually labeled a compression sock, so you'll be able to tell. I don't have one, or I'd go look, but it's actually labeled, and it's just a mild, but it's very, very comfortable. It's not super tight, and
that's it.
Getting them on. So
Kohl's.
That's it. Kohl's.
Kohl's.
Okay, thank you.
That would probably be a really good option for you.
Yeah. And it's a very good price also.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Candy, keep talking to me though on chat, so that way giving me the daily updates on you.
Okie doke, I'll do that. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you've got your 3 things you're going to do, right?
Stop drinking at 7.
Uh-huh.
Take my put my feet up,
Mm-hmm.
and
Supplements are going to move higher in the day.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Gotcha.
Okay.
And go to Kohl's.
Okay.
Thank you, Rebecca.
I think I'll jump online and go to
Yeah,
Kohl's.
I was going to say, jump online. Oh, and don't forget movement. You're, trying.
Yeah, every time I do manage to get up, I have a trail that I make myself walk.
That's
2 or 3,
perfect.
4, 5, 6 times, as long as I can stand it.
Good. Wonderful. Hi, Brittany.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are y'all? Well, it sounds like everybody mostly is doing good. So yeah.
Good. So I already heard from you this morning. So you've been doing a lot better.
Yes. Yes.
Wonderful.
My energy level is much better. And I just overall feel more like my old self again. So that's very nice.
Wonderful. Okay, well, awesome. And have you started to reintroduce yet?
Not really any food yet, just because I'm a little nervous, but and it's just been easy to kind of stay on the elimination, which I know sounds weird, but just I'm getting fresh fruits and vegetables from a local guy. So I've just been getting all these vegetables and cooking them, and it's been good.
Awesome. Yeah, no, that's actually fine as long as you're tolerating it and not feeling like you're going crazy with the restrictions. Go ahead and stay on that, since I already know what your CSAP is, and then still waiting on your DNA. It's interesting because you and Kathy sent your stuff off at about the same time. Kathy, I have your DNA back, but I don't have your other labs back. And Brittany, I have your other labs back, but I don't have your DNA back yet. So we are getting there.
Okay.
All right. So so Brittany, I may be sending another lab to you. Okay. I want to talk to you a little bit more about that. But based on some of the findings that have come back, we may want to just dive a little bit deeper. All right. But I'll chat with you on that on the chat feature. Okay.
Okay. Sounds great.
All right. Hi, Dorada. How are you?
Hi, I'm sorry I am late. I just wanted to jump in.
No problem. You're just in time, so you can watch the recording. But we were waiting on you. Okay. So how have you been?
Okay, so I have to say, and this is a huge celebration, I'm probably like 60% better than last week. So probably the best week so far I had in months. So I'm just like, it's crazy how much better I feel than just a week ago. I know. My headaches are, probably 60% gone. Like, I'm telling you, it's like I said, I had months without not having a day without headache. And last few days, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's even hard to believe that I'm pretty much headache free. They come, but even the strength of it is not even close how it used to be. So I don't even know how to say it.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Huge celebration, because
it's probably, like I said, the best last few days in my, I want to say almost a year, because it's all started probably
End of October, like November last year. So, gosh, it's like it's hard to believe. I'm waking up every day, and it's just like I'm waiting and waiting. I'm like, okay, like almost have a fear that it's gonna come back, and it's not coming back. And if it does, I mean, the strength of the headaches are not even close that I was, what it used to be. And it's just like hard to believe. Like you waiting all day to almost like want to make sure that it's true.
Right. Wonderful.
So
Did you go through, what about the restriction that you were feeling in your...
It comes and goes with food. Again, I'm very careful, but I think it's definitely like less than it used to be. It comes. I mean, I can't say it's completely gone, but again, it's not as obvious anymore. It doesn't bother me as much. The tingling in the tongue still there, but you know what? It's not even a pain. It's just that weird, sometimes annoying feeling. But you know what? I take that for. I mean, the headaches was probably my worst fear and my worst symptoms. So I just like the tongue tingling. I think it's just gonna go away with time because it is slowing down. It does improve every day almost. So I just like I take that for now.
Wonderful. Perfect. So you were still able to push forward with the did you get your burbamycin?
I did, and that came last week. Actually, the day of our call last week, it came this afternoon, and I jumped on it that Wednesday. So it will be a week. It will be a week tomorrow.
Okay.
I was on the substitute for the first few days, about a week or so. And then I jump on that, and I just increased my doses from 2 to 3 on Sunday. So I'm taking 3 now, every 3 times a day.
Wonderful.
And I will increase probably with the next few days to 4.
Okay, wonderful. And then then stay at 4. You'll stay at 4, looking for perfect bowel movements and resolution of symptoms.
Yes, definitely. And I still have, hands full of hair when I wash my hair. Still has some, the white discoloring spots on my and I'm hoping with time that will improve as well.
The interesting thing about hair growth, which is we all need to listen to that. Anybody that has hormone disruption, is that the hair that's actually created while you are in an imbalanced state, that will have to fall out as well once you move back into a healthy state. Okay, so expect hair loss even as you transition, like as you're feeling better and the hair still will come out. There's a delay before the hair stops falling out, and that's because the hair follicles have actually been impacted from the imbalance.
Okay, so I have to just be patient with that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that will, it takes a little bit longer, but it will get better. It will. And I'm speaking from experience. Mine fell out by the handfuls when I was, in my thyroid was off, Hashimoto's, and my hormones were out of balance. And that actually continued even after my hormones were then back in balance. Then it still fell out, and then it was done. And now it's minimum. It's you brush your hair, it falls out because it's supposed to fall out.
In my case, I think it's more the the gut situation as well, the hormones, but probably altogether this comes in part to play a big part in in that situation. So I just like I said, I just hope that it will eventually, like you said, it will minimize to the point that it starts falling off like crazy. Because right now it's kind of scary when you wash your hair and then you look in your hand and it's like full of hair. So
yeah.
But hey, like I said, I just as long as there's a hope at the in the long run, I'm okay with it.
I'll double check a value on your Dutch Plus. So that would be the only other thing is if you're pushing testosterone down DHT to DHT, and that happens sometimes. That is something that we can block with a supplement to make sure that testosterone actually is getting converted into estrogen, because the 5-DHT is what contributes to male baldness and prostate cancer. So we even though for females that's not as big of an issue, but that can cause the hair loss as well. It's typically not an all over hair loss. It's typically a different pattern when you're losing in that manner. But I really do. I also believe that yours is coming more from just a really nasty gut pattern, a gut dysbiosis that caused a lot of inflammation. And
so my question is, since I will be increasing my my supplement to 4 a day, should I keep ordering it? Because I know it's gonna go through the bottle pretty quickly. I mean, not 4 a day, 3 times a day, so that's 12 pills a day. You estimating me being on it for a while, right?
I would say a couple of months.
Okay.
That is one that you'll want to order. So usually, what you can do is order a couple bottles of berbamycin. You're not on the candicidal too. You're just on berbamycin.
Well, I'm on the what is that called? The UV-URC or?
Oh, the Urva-Ursi. Okay, yeah.
I'm taking that, and then I take, but the bigger doses will be the biomass, the 4 times a day, 3 times a day. So that's 12 pills.
Yeah, and you may have to stay on that dose for at least a month, maybe 2 months. We have to see how quickly your symptoms continue to resolve.
Okay, so my only question was, so as you know, I know it was out of stock for a while, so I just want to be prepared. I want to order it like sooner than I'm running out. So
yeah, I would order several bottles at a time.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so that's all I had. It's great.
It's a really good supplement to have on hand, period, to be honest. So it has just so many beneficial things, even for gut healing. So not just the berberine and the grapefruit seed extract that it has in it, but it also has things that are really, really healing to the gut lining when there is an irritation there.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely helping. I mean, being only a week on it, and I mean, night and day. Come on, it's working.
Good. All right, ladies. Today, the coaching that I want to do is a little different than what I normally do. Okay. It is still on lifestyle coaching, but it is over time management. And I know, most of us are women on the call, and we have a lot of things to do on a daily basis. And so it's really, really important that as we are adding more things on, right? Like I'm asking you all to integrate in meditation and find time to exercise and meal prep, and we can't ignore the fact that most of us have either jobs or kids or whatever it is extra that we're doing on a regular basis, and regardless, we're all busy people. Everybody's busy. So what I want everyone to factor in is I want you to make a list of things that that you absolutely 100% like you have to do these things in a day. Okay? But if you will start to notice, there are actually a lot of things that you don't have to do, but maybe you say yes out of obligation. And if this is your personality type and you're running around frantically because you never have time to get things done or to prioritize yourself, then you have to make change regardless. It's hard to do. I actually did it. It takes a lot of cleaning house. Okay, and so this even comes back to talking about energy and your energy that you have. You only have so much energy to give out throughout the day. And if you already are giving out quite a bit to either kids or job, or then you need to actually protect your energy in other ways or protect your time. Okay, so I want everyone to be very aware of what they are utilizing their time for. And I'm talking mainly to those of us that are, that feel like we are running through the day, and sometimes it's like, oh, I really don't have time to exercise. I don't have time to work it in. I don't have time to, I just want you to, I'm not asking to put more on your plate. I'm actually asking for you to take a look at what is on your plate and see, one, if you can delegate it, how could you delegate that? Like even getting, for those of you that do have younger kids, getting your kids involved. So that way it helps to, unless it takes more time than it's worth. Sometimes when my kids get involved, it's like, oh, I could do this so much quicker. But anyhow, just little things though, even the things that you're spending your time on the weekends, do you need to be doing that? Really ask yourself, is this something that I'm going to gain a lot from? And not in a selfish manner, but like from a protective manner. Like, are you energy? Are you saying yes because you feel obligated to say yes? Are you saying yes because when you show up, this is really going to provide value? You're going to walk away from the experience. You're going to feel that it was really something that you wanted to spend your time doing. Okay, we often even, I talk a lot about kids just because that's kind of what I stay busy doing on top of work and everything else. But we even feel like, oh my gosh, my kids are doing a million different things, like I have to be there for them. And I always felt like I had to be at every single one of their practices so I could watch and monitor. Control. And so it is essentially like, what can we let go of or ask for help, and maybe even getting a list of like, who can you ask for help? Who would consistently show up for you? And then maybe those are the people that we need to dedicate our time to, and not all the others that we would feel like maybe they wouldn't show up for us. Anyhow, I pruned my list and it was amazing. I do it actually every year. It's part of when I set my goals for the year. I will set my friends down that are really important to me, and I share what my goals are. I share what my priorities are for the year. And actually at the start of this year, my priorities were my family and my business. And I was going to stay really, really close to that. And I knew that my friends were not going to make my priority list. And I literally set every single one of them down and I told them that. And it was a really hard conversation. So, but it wasn't in a mean sense. It was like, hey, I'm here. I'm not going to call you every day. So just know if you need me, you're going to have to reach out and say, hey, I need you to show up right now. And just, I think opening up and making those boundaries very clear with people is really, really important for our health. Because honestly, if we all sit here and we think about how much relationships have stressed you out, and maybe gotten us into the situation that we're currently in right now, or not allowing time for ourselves because we feel guilty to prioritize ourselves. We feel guilty to tell someone like, hey, I can't do this for you because I'm going to go to yoga for stress management and exercise and all the other good stuff. So just something that I want you all to think about, because we only have 24 hours in the day. We cannot change that. But what we can change is how we prioritize both people and what we're doing with our time. Okay? And then have the conversations with the you don't even have to have the conversations. The people that I put at arm's distance because they didn't make the cut, they didn't get a conversation. It was just the ones that I just had to say, hey, look, I love you to pieces. I can't say yes to every friend event this year, and I know that's going to be really unusual because I'm not the person that says no, but I need to say no. But once they can hear that from you, then they're either going to support you or they're not, and that's when it becomes very, very, very clear as to what the next move will be. But it's not always easy by any means, but we do often need to really take a look and see who really is supporting our goals, and make sure that you're fueling that relationship. And then those that are holding you back or not supporting your goals, then maybe reconsider the next time that you either have to spend time or you commit to helping them out. Okay? Any thoughts on that? Who's brave enough? Who's brave enough to make, I call it my Prana builder and my Prana depleter list. Prana is life force in yogic sense. So if and this is not just people, it's things, activities, you know, what builds my energy, what depletes it, and then I make the list, and then that's how I keep it very clear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Susan, I can't hear you. That's so weird. You've been fine the whole time. That's okay, she says. Anybody else? Any thoughts? Any pruning? Who needs to do pruning? I was going to say more, I bet more of you. Honestly. Because I think that we're all the type. I'm pretty sure every single person on here is kind of a type A personality, and that's partly what got us into the system we're in. But anyhow, just remember that. All right, ladies. Everybody have a great week. I will see you back next Tuesday. Mark your calendar for the following Monday at noon. And then if we have more people that can't make the Monday call, then Candy, I'll let her know to reach out to you specifically. All right, everyone.
Hey.
Great.
Dr. Ellen?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
I can, Katrin. Yay.
It's on my iPhone, so not on the computer. So I can do on the phone.
Enough.
Okay.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great job. All right, everyone. Take care. Have a great week.
You too. Bye-bye.